Stencils aren't the fastest of mediums, but it's good because it gives you time to think about things and just to make sure that you're on the right path. There's that golden point where when you're in your studio and no one has seen what you've done and no one is talking about what you do and there's no self-doubt and there's no, what are you going to sell it for? You're just making stuff, and that's kind of the sweet spot for making art. I spent years trying to master the stencil, trying to take a picture or a photograph or a drawing and turn it into a stencil and having that be a piece of artwork. After I got to the point where I could do that, then the struggle that I'd had all these years was resolved, and then it's a case of like, well crap, now I gotta figure out what am I saying, how am I saying it, where am I saying it, what am I doing? And so as soon as you enter into this kind of comfort level, your work kind of plateaus. I've always liked that juxtaposition of like soft flesh and hard lines. The perspective and the lines and the grid work, it seems like architecture and people are two polar opposites, and so finding a way to kind of marry those two together is what I'm interested in. Even though architecture's at times this kind of cold, regimented, orderly, for me I always kind of tie the architecture into the emotional feelings. Doors represents a new beginning, and stairs kind of represent this elevation. The work that I'm doing is certainly a step in a different direction. For the first time, this kind of rebirth sort of shows a new direction, whereas like a lot of the figures kind of represent this beginning of a journey or process of self-discovery. I think within my work I always appreciate the duality of something being something that it's not. There's this idea of you need a heavy anchor to make sure that you're not blown from your moor, to make sure that you sort of stay the course in spite of the challenges that are ahead of you, or people that may try to redirect you or breed self-doubt or whatever it is. At some point you just kind of need to stay true to the course. These patterns kind of represent this metaphor of things obscuring you. It's symbolic of the unknown. It's such a thin veil that it only takes a few minutes to kind of pull it back and see what's truly under the surface. My work is sort of the yin to the yang, more a reflection about my life as opposed to a narrative about it. Having something that has a soul, that has your personality. You can see artifacts of your personality in there, but something that also kind of appeals to other people on a broader scale. I certainly spend a lot of time on my work, and more than likely I probably spend more than most people do, but appreciation for art is independent on the number of hours that you put into it. I think at the root of it, the journey of self-discovery is the common theme that all my work has. But as long as they like the work, for me, that's all that I really care about.